Going to bring on the next act then. So, ladies and gentlemen, can you please clap, whoop and cheer for our final act of the evening? Please welcome to stage Ben Jackson!
Did you do something about Captain? Welcome to the future! There'll be no British Bake Off jokes. Who like British Bake Off?
Not me.
Lower your expectations! I'm running for an election. I don't care what election. I am a radical candidate. I believe that we need to recognise the human race has reached its logical conclusion. We have achieved a lot, we have peaked, and we need to wrap things up. I'm already being referred to as the no candidate, and I'd like to read you my manifesto. No more books. You'll run out of words. No more newspapers. News is a finite resource. Apathy is infinite. No more technology. My computers should start to a halt and decompose after what I put them through. No more light. It only causes people to be judged. No more judges. There is only one judge. Judge Judy. No more music. There is no need. It has already been brought to its logical conclusion. Gabba. No more birds. How else will we continue to build upwards? No more buildings. Builders must report to bird culling duties. No more money. It will only lead to opinions. No more private schools. Despite being private, they receive an obscene amount of money from somebody's pocket, and I'm suspicious that it's mine. Also, private schools exclusively produce lizard people. That is to say, they turn people into lizards. No more sex! Leave me alone! No more games consoles. Soon there will be real wars to fight. No more drugs. Laws. No more language. It is ambiguous and wrong. No more arts courses at university. No more ideas. We have quite enough and they're beginning to reduce our attention span. No more thinking. It only leads to ideas. No more comedy. I'm currently proving it's pointless. No more sense. It is fraying our goldfish. No more people. We are weak and corruptible and selfish and stupid, and we will talk for the duration of our lives expectancy without saying anything. I would now like to explain the signs. They are satirical. In order to avoid problems with labelling this, I've labelled it for you in sections. I'd now like to read the first chapter of my book. A man who is still but a boy, picking his sexuality like a lottery ticket, pondering his tiny hairy balls, learning about how the music he liked when he was younger is chewing gum, pockmarked with grit that sticks to him and he has to wash it off in a cacophony of hedonistic release, which is mainly reduced to taking amphetamines at a night of house music and wanking into his 7 a.m. sheets, wet with his newfound fetishes. A man who is still but a boy enters higher education. He breathes in the sea air of his good-for-nothing town with its heroin addicts and its heroin deaths and its bad heroin. And he tells his good-for-nothing town to fuck off. He steps into higher education, which is very similar to our own, but in no way representative of our own, though it is very similar. He steps into higher education education and finds that everyone else likes house music and they let it destroy their taste buds in spliffs in front of computers in towns that have just as little going on as his, but are perhaps better stocked in terms of sex, drugs, and possibly, though it's unclear due to the fact everyone listens to house music. Some of them have taken amphetamines before and loved it. Some of them are keen pursuers and even proprietors of amphetamines and have spent many a happy night swinging their limp cock useless against vaginas that are far too lubricated to even fill the plantain they eventually use for a dildo. He balks at these stories in disbelief. Where would you get a fucking plantain after a house night? A fucking hole, apparently. Some of the people in this higher education have never taken these kinds of drugs before and spit nervously over the sides of their faces when their innocence is violated with an uncompromising grin by him and his jokes about spiked drinks and out-of-control promises like, "When I'm out of control, I'm going to lick cheese off you like a Dairy Lee dunker." And he quickly makes lots of friends. Meanwhile, in the grubby wooden towers that waste the last of the remaining firewood, titles with old faces and beer guts and nothing to say written multiple times on typewriters like the fucking Shining, sing old racist songs that trickle down like acid rain to the white majority. The stairs to the towers have long been taken away to keep other families warm. Though they know that if the titles one day wish to once again taste earth women, these families will be sent to catch the bulbous slug-like mass of corruption as it sails off the tower and down inevitably to their homes. These titles, these men suck sickly on our food. He is paid in the only currency he has for higher education, hope. And as such, he's being wrung out and laid over a fire with a complex plastic system above him to catch evaporated hope. He is flogged nightly to remove the hope that lies just under the skin. Of course, he's in a large amount of debt to Nestle, who paid for his hope in advance. Nestle only expect to receive 40% of the hope that he originally promised them, but Nestle are fully aware of exactly what his future will be as they control the proverbial axe that slowly pushes down the back of his neck. Thus, they are more than hopeful. This is the Plight of Arnold. A short play now. Why are you wearing a soldering iron on your head? I am Soldering Iron Man. More politics. Stand there, stand there. People writing open letters to politicians. I've written a closed letter. It would be closed, but I couldn't find an envelope. A closed letter to Edinburgh Miliband. Is he in? Anyone? Edinburgh Miliband. That's a bit fucked, isn't it? A day without fishing is a day wasted. You know the best thing I saw at Edinburgh last year? It's a sign. And it said, "Troll Attack Tours cancelled today." Chapter 2! If you can't fucking remember Chapter 1 of the Plight of Arnold, you know that Arnold is entering a higher education system which is very similar to our own, but in no way representative of our own. If you weren't there for part 1, then fuck you missed out. I slept soundly, having earned no money for conceptualising, writing, editing and performing it. So I left that bit in, so you know none of this is bespoke. Arnold has a friend called Paul. Although Paul will not allow Arnold to know his real name because of his arterial system's plague of insecurity, and so Arnold is forced to refer to Paul as old Mrs. Hamish for a 5-month period while their intimacy gradually increases. Paul was a chimney sweep in the 19th century, or so he claims. And as such, he is imbued with a distinct sense of victimhood. as well as a working knowledge of chimneys. Paul has nose hair that trickles down his lips. The reasons for him not trimming his nose hair or perhaps cutting his whole fucking nose off are unclear, but possibilities consume Arnold's otherwise sordid mind. Perhaps Paul's nose hairs are aerials and through them he receives messages from aliens / the government / his masters / Big Brother / Davina McCall / Carol Vorderman. That joke's dated now. Perhaps Paul's nose hairs are extraskeletal manifestations of his brain as it drips through his skull and hangs in the air, begging for oxygen and a better view. Paul's family has a caravan, and although his parents are an elderly couple who own a 4-berth Swift Explorer elite caravan retailing at 24 grand on caravans.autotrader.co.uk, they have been driven out of their homes with smoke grenades and mongoose by the local council in order for them to be vilified as gypsy scum. They are forced to pick between Irish and Yorkshire accents. Paul's mum has chosen to be Irish, while his dad has chosen to be from Yorkshire. Paul's unholy fusion of the two accents sounds to Arnold as if it's an ongoing process reminiscent of Mary Shelley's famous 1818 novel, The Modern Prometheus. Arnold vilifies Paul and his family as gypsy scum. As a result of their societal exclusion, the Paul family have begun to experience a degree of poverty. This makes Arnold draw back his sandwich from his mouth in repulsion. Luckily, there is a solution for Arnold, a Magna Carta of Asbos, brought from the ivory towers on the backs of vultures and dropped into deserving chimneys like a Christmas present. Paul's well-trained ears pick up the sound of the document hitting the chimney cowl and sliding down the shaft like a bad joke about Nelson's column. He wonders what it could be. And so it was that Paul was convicted of being an annoyance. He was sentenced to hard labour on the economy, cutting benefits with a large unwieldy crosscut saw and forcing large numbers into small boxes. Arnold sleeps soundly at night, happy in the knowledge that he has helped secure the streets. He grins as thoughts of his coming adventures. This is the Plight of Arnold. I leave it there. Thanks very much.